So I'm here with Jono from Abrolhos Fisherman Cooperative, is that correct?
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently so. And so here it's basically a collection of all the lobsters from the area, lobster farmers or fishermen that come in, and then it started to be graded and then exported across the world, basically.
That's correct, yeah, more or less.
So what do we have exactly here? We're at the start of it?
So this is the start of our process where we collect the lobsters off the fishermen as they arrive, either by truck or by boat. Once we get it into the building, we then start tipping it across our grading belt here, where the girls, I have some girls up here, and they'll grade it off into their sizes and for quality also. And this could take 3 to 4 hours, depending on what sort of numbers, volume-wise, we come through the door. On a nice day for us, it's about 1,500 kilos. On a big day, about 25 tonne.
Oh, okay.
So it varies. Every lobster that comes in the building goes over a scale. We weigh it off, we put it into its tub accordingly, and you'll see here A, B, C, D. That's just that's a standard sizing throughout the industry.
I mean, is there a certain area that you collect from?
We do. We have the Abrolhos Islands out here over the horizon. A lot of product comes off the Abrolhos Islands at certain times of the year. Most of the year we have product coming off the coast from Kalbarri through to Augusta, and that'll vary on quantities depending on the time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, a certain time of the year, around the Christmas period, we get a lot of product off the coast. Not so much from the south, not so much from the north, but in the general area between Geraldton and Perth, as such, you know. And the size of them is normally a smaller lobster.
Yeah.
It's not until the boys get over the Abrolhos Islands or out deeper water, they tend to get the bigger lobster.
Alrighty, so let's go through the next stage.
Let's have a look over here, eh? What I'll do is I'll shut the air down to this, and then you can actually physically see them inside the tank itself. So all this product's already been graded into its size. And at this point, we're just holding it in here as a staging point before we send it off to our facility down in Perth, where we export most of it. And some of the stuff that won't make the full grade for an export quality will then be sent across the production factory down in Fremantle. We won't grab them by the feelers, it will destroy the quality.
Right, first thing did wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll just let that float back down again. Now, if you want to hold that, you're going to have to, don't put your fingers in underneath there because they will bite you.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy's got this many baskets of lobsters on board. He's coming in at this time. Now this guy's been away for 2 days over the Abrolhos, catching his product. This guy is a local guy. This is just a rundown of what he wants for bait. So that's blue mackerel, the sort of stuff that a lot of the country eats on their plate. You know, the little blue macs. Well, these are industrial size.
Oh, these are large mackerels?
These are large mackerels.
Small blue mackerels?
Yeah. Nah, not normally unless you go
down south coast.
That's right, yeah. And these are just jack macs, which are an import. They're out of New Zealand. They're a jack mackerel, which are a different mackerel again.
So how did you bring that in?
We import it into boxes, 20 kilo boxes. It's industrial style, yeah.
So with lobster, and of course we use them, or crayfish, we use them often in the restaurant. What's your tip on the best way to keep them?
I suggest that you blanch them off or chill them right down. And then once you've got to that point, once you blanch them off, you can remove the meat, seal it in a bag, keep the oxygen off it, and that'll stop some of that blackening. They'll keep in the fridge for a day or two in there, no worries at all. Pull them out, throw them into whatever you want to do with them.
And what about the shell?
I would still remove the meat. I would then cook the shell off completely.
Blanch it, yeah.
And then freeze it.
And also the thought of just freezing it, as soon as they come in, cut it in half, freeze it?
No, I would actually drown them off in some water and make them take up some water.
Okay.
So when you go to defrost them, as anyone does with a bit of steak, the water drips out of it. Well, it's the same with your lobster. The water will just peel out of the lobster as well. If you're going to do salted water, you're going to be looking at doing sashimi grade lobster, where it keeps the meat nice and clear. Yeah. If you just freeze them, if you're just drowning them off in the fresh water, then you potentially need to freeze them off and get rid of them.
Yeah. Listen, thank you, Jono.
No worries at all, man.
Inspirational.
No worries
at all. Great having a look.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
Welcome here.
Thank you.